Hello friend, it gives me immense pleasure to be again here for the course which is Aircraft Stability and Control. Today I am in lecture number 27 of Aircraft Stability and Control, and the topic is Forces and Moment. You know that we have already started in the previous class with point mass equation of motion. In that point mass equation of motion, we assume as a bullet of a gun, when it is fired, we get the equations of motion. So in that equation of motion, we got the first about dv by dt of that bullet, then we got the d gamma by dt, then we got dx by dt and dy by dt. We got the four equation of motion in that case. There we have not taken lift as any, because it is not generating. We have assumed that alpha is equal to 0. Only drag component we have considered. Now we know that there are different types of forces and moments are acting. If any aircraft or any system is moving, it has number of forces and number of moments. It is 6 degrees of freedom. So we have to understand the forces and moments. In today's lecture, I am going to discuss the following topics. These are forces responsible for damping of different motions. Then component of lift force. Physical significance of this lift force variation, it is CLQ. Component of pitching moment, that is CM, and physical significance of this CMQ. I am going to discuss this topic. Also, I am going to answer following questions. These are, what is damping? This is very important that we should understand the damping, because in dynamics damping is very important, and how much time it is taking for the damping, and what do you mean by damping derivatives. So these parameters we are going to discuss in today's class. So just I am starting with forces and moments, and these things, if you see, we have already discussed in our static stability cases that coefficient of lift, or the lift force coefficient, is a function of alpha and delta E, where alpha is the angle of attack and delta E is the deflection of elevator, and coefficient of moment is a function of alpha and delta E, because the lift and the CM both are the same. So their parameters also, the variables are also will be the same. So when we take about force and moment along XYZ direction, so here you see the CY is a function of beta. Beta is side slip angle and delta R is a rudder deflection. Same way, Cn is a function of beta and delta R. So we have seen that this Cn, Cl both are function of beta, and the coefficient of yawing moment is a function of delta R. However, the coefficient of rolling moment Cl, it is not a coefficient of lift. Okay, it is small l we are writing here. This is C small l is a function of beta and delta A, where delta A is a deflection of aileron. So this delta R is a deflection of rudder. Delta R is what? Delta R is deflection of rudder, and delta A is deflection of ailerons. Okay, these things, and D, you know, this delta E is a deflection of elevator. But if you see here in our let me explain this, taking first only longitudinal case CL and CM. We will take first only here only longitudinal case. In whole our discussion we will see for the lateral and direction case later. So in the longitudinal motion, the coefficient of lift CL is equal to, by using the Taylor series, CL alpha into alpha plus CL delta E into delta E plus CL naught. But we are considering that CL naught is equal to 0. Taking first case CL and CM only. So here we can see that coefficient of moment Cm is equal to Cm alpha into alpha plus Cm delta E into delta E plus Cm naught. Here we are taking Cm naught also. Okay. So here, if we apply the Q is equal to pitch rate at what rate aircraft is oscillating. So it is also function of Q. Okay. So these are the case of static stability, which we have already static stability. We have already done this thing. But now a new parameter Q is involved. It is a pitch rate. This pitch rate, if we apply here rate means time, per unit time. Pitching per unit time is called the pitch rate. So here now time function is involved. So now we are going to discuss about this. So now it is developed upon that alpha dot. It is a rate of change of alpha. Alpha is angle of attack, rate of angle of attack for dynamic case. So here for the dynamic case, CL is equal to function of alpha into alpha and alpha dot and Q and delta E. Here this Q and alpha dot, they are the two parameters, and this both are rate. Okay, rate of change. So it is a time factor is involved. So same way, the Cm is a function of alpha, alpha dot, Q and delta E. You can see here that when we apply this alpha dot, it is per unit time. So this you can see here. Here, if you apply alpha, this is the alpha. But if I want alpha dot, so it will start vibrating like this. Per unit time, it is start doing like this, like this. After some time only stability state will come. So here, whenever we alpha dot or Q, both are time functions, and these time functions will take some time to stabilize. In static stability, we have not used this time function. In static stability, what we used to do, it is like this. Immediately, there is no vibrations like this, like this. So that is the difference between our static stability and dynamic stability. Okay. So here we can see that CL is a function of alpha, Q, alpha dot and delta E. So if we expand it by using Taylor series, so CL is equal to CL naught plus CL alpha into alpha plus CLQ into here. Just you can see here we have used the Q, but here we have used QC bar by 2U plus here CL alpha dot, here alpha dot C bar by 2V or U plus CL delta E into delta. So you are aware about this. We have worked on this. We have worked on this. We have worked on this. In our stability case, this we know very well. Okay, so now we have to start what is this Q. Okay, so now our objective is to understand what is the Q here. So now Q we are making, Q is equal to Q C bar by 2V. And alpha dot, we are making alpha dot C bar by 2V. Why we are making this? Okay, it is because we want to make a non-dimensionalized or dimensionless quantity. We can see that the unit of Q is radian per second. So this radian per second is not the non-dimensional quantity. Okay, but if we make QC by 2V, just you see here it is a radian per second into C is a chord, it is a meter divided by 2 meter per second. So meter cancelled, S cancelled, you will get radian. This radian is non-dimensional. So we are making everything non-dimensional form so that it can be used for a bigger aircraft or a smaller aircraft or any size. The size factor will not come into play. That is why always we try to use non-dimensional quantities. So you can see that here. Now we have to discuss about CLQ. Okay. So this is the CLQ. It is a variation of coefficient of lift with variation of Q. Q is a pitch rate. Okay. So here this CLQ is equal to DCL by DQ. So dou CL by dou. For the Q, we can write QC by 2V. Okay, just we have discussed about that. And for the CL alpha dot, we can write dCl by d alpha dot C bar by 2V. Here also, to make alpha dot non-dimensional, we have to multiply it by C by 2V. Okay, so in this way, we can find. So now we have to find out Q derivatives. This Q derivative is equal to QC by 2V. Let us see this CL becomes of the Q. Let's take a horizontal. Just you can see here. Here we have, this is the CG, and here we have taken a horizontal tail here. You see here, it is very, very interesting issue. When you give this Q upward, just you see, you have given the Q upward. This will start down, tail will move downwards, and a velocity, a relative velocity will be upward. This relative velocity V, which is hitting here, it will produce a lift delta L here. This delta L into this distance will provide a moment in this. This is called the CMQ. Okay, so this CMQ is damping. You see, your nose is going up, but it is again making to revert back to its original position. So here we can, this velocity V is equal to Q into LT. Okay, this you have to understand that here. So this velocity V is equal to omega R. So omega is here the pitch rate Q and R is LT. So this velocity here V is equal to QLT, and this alpha T, which will be the QLT, it is the alpha is what? Here, and this is the alpha. This alpha will be, this is the V and this is the QLT. So alpha will be QLT by V. So this will generate a lift, which I have shown here, and this lift will generate the moment. So first I am talking about how much lift it is generated by when we are applying the moment. So you can see here, whenever we are putting, this is the tail. So whenever we make nose upward, this will go down and the relative velocity will hit here. This relative velocity, more velocity will be there. A lift will be increased upward. This lift into this, the moment arm will try to make again nose down. So how much lift is generated when Q is applied? That is our case now. So you can see that the lift generation delta L will be half rho V square T into ST into CL alpha T into alpha. So alpha is equal to here QLT by V. Okay, it is clear, I think. So it is half rho V square S, half rho V square ST CLT QLT by V, and this QLT is a alpha T, delta alpha T. So it will give nose down moment. So it will, this lift will make the nose down, means in this direction. So now moment will be what? Delta M is equal to minus. Here it is not minus, we are not showing, but it is a anti-clockwise direction. So we are putting the minus half rho V square T ST CL alpha T QLT by V into LT. This LT is a distance arm from aerodynamic center of the tail to the center of gravity of the aircraft. So this, you can see here that what is this LT? If it is, this is the AC of the tail and here is the CG of the aircraft. This distance from AC of the tail to the aerodynamic center, this center of gravity of the aircraft is called LT. So this LT we have to multiply, then we will get the moment. So let us see how we generate this Q derivative. Okay, so here delta CL. So this we got here L. So this L divided by half rho V square, we get CL. So this L we know here, half rho V square T ST CL alpha T QLT by V and divided by half rho v square s. So half rho v square t and half rho v square, this will become neta t. And here st, here s, st by s, Cl alpha t, and then QLT by V. Okay, it is clear. I think we got the delta Cl. Now, we have to find out CLQ. What is the CLQ? It is dCl by dQc by 2U. Okay, so here, this is the neta t here, neta t, st by s, Cl alpha t, QLT by V divided by QC2V. V cancel, Q cancel. So here, what we will get? 2 will come here. So this 2 neta t, st by s, Cl alpha t, here Lt by C bar. Okay, Lt by C bar. So now, we can make it here 2 neta st Lt by s C bar Cl alpha t. And this Lt st by s C bar, you know that it is a VH, it is a horizontal tail volume ratio. So here we got 2 neta t, here everywhere it is t only. So 2 neta t, VH Cl alpha t. So we got here CLQ is equal to 2 neta t, VH Cl alpha t. So this is the equation which we got for CLQ. So one parameter which is a dynamic parameter where Q is having the time factor. So one first derivative CLQ which is dCl by dQ we have got, that is equal to 2 neta t VH Cl alpha t. So in this, if I know CLQ, I can get CL. Okay, so if you can see here that if I know the CLQ, I can get this CL. Okay, so CL is one of the very good parameter to find out what is the coefficient of lift of the aircraft. It is very important derivative to get CL of the aircraft. If I know tail volume ratio here, if I know the VH, if I know so we can find out, if you know this VH, if you know these all parameters, we can find out the coefficient of lift of the aircraft. So that is our intention now, how to find out the all coefficients, CL, CD and all, and slowly we will come that we will be getting one by one derivatives in our system. So just now we have find out CLQ. Now next derivative is CMQ. So this CMQ we have to find out, like we have just now find out the CLQ. It is very simple. Only we have to multiply by LT. So we know that coefficient of moment is equal to Cm naught plus Cm alpha into alpha plus CMQ into QC by 2V plus Cm alpha dot into QC by 2V plus Cm delta E into delta E. So here Q derivatives we have to only concentrate. So change in force and moment because of Q. So what is the meaning of this derivative? Q derivative means it is change in the force and moment because of Q. So how to find this CMQ? So first we have to find out the Cm and then delta Cm. Delta Cm is equal to delta M by half rho V square S C bar. So here in the previous we have find out the delta M. So here minus neta St by S Lt by C bar Cl alpha T Q Lt by V. Okay. So now CMQ is equal to dCm by dQc by 2V. So here minus neta STLT by SC bar Cl alpha T QLT by V divided by QC bar by 2V. So here if you see this cancel. So here you will get minus 2 neta T VH Cl alpha T LT by C bar. So this is new here. LT by C bar. So this is also non-dimensional. Okay, here everywhere we should use the non-dimensional quantity. Then only CMQ will also come as a non-dimensional parameter. So we got here that CMQ is equal to minus 2 neta T VH Cl alpha T LT by C. Okay, so this another equation for another derivative very important derivative. It is a CMQ which we have got. So here, if you change the VH or LT, here this VH and LT, these two things are very important. The CMQ will also be changed to increase this, and this is called the damping. So if you want to increase the damping, you have to increase the area. Okay, this is ST-LT na. So either you increase the ST or increase the LT, your CMQ will be increased. Okay, so if you want to reduce, then you increase the chord length. If you want to reduce this CMQ, if you increase the chord length, the CMQ will be reduced, and damping derivatives will also be reduced. It is called the damping derivatives. To increase the damping, we need to increase VH or LT, and to reduce this, we have to increase the chord length of the wing. Okay, so these are the results for the So now I want to explain about dynamics point of view of the CMQ. Okay, so now CMQ is a damping derivative. Just now I have told the before also. So here if you see, what is the meaning of damping? You see, this is a system here, spring mass balance, and here if you see, here is a spring here with a constant K. Here is the mass, and here is a damping with C as a damping constant. Okay, so here the equation of this thing will be mx double dot plus cx dot plus kx is equal to ft. Here C is a damping constant and K is a stiffness. Okay, so here if you see, in the previous cases, this Cm alpha is like X here, Kx. Okay, so here this is the Cm alpha which we have done already. For longitudinal case, Cm alpha is X. Here no time is not involved in this case, but here time is involved and it is a damping. So this is called the restoring moment because it is a X dot. Okay, so it is a rate. So Cm alpha is equal to Cm alpha into alpha. So here it is a stiffness derivative. We will see that when aircraft will have dynamic and static stability and how they are coupled in restore response with each other. Okay, so here mx double dot plus cx dot plus kx is equal to ft. So here k is a stiffness constant like spring. Here in this system, here spring is here. This is the spring, and c is a damping constant which is a x dot is a rate of change of displacement. So q is like x dot. So here we are discussing about q. In this CLQ or CMQ, this CMQ is a damping parameter. It means it is used to damp the vibrations. If the vibrations are like this, it will try to reduce like this. Okay, so try to damp the system. So we need to focus on these issues. So here CMQ is called the damping as it is a restoring component analogous to C in spring mass damper system, whereas Cm alpha is like K, known as stiffness derivatives. We should have both, that is K and C, for having a dynamic stable system. Okay, so here we can see that CLQ and CMQ are acting like a damping derivatives. Okay, so this is the very important parameters, and hope it will be very useful for you. We have understood in this class about how this Q, when we vary the pitch rate, how the horizontal tail is behaving. Horizontal tail will go down and this will make a nose down effect, that CMQ will be negative, and this makes the damping of the system, and it is used to reduce the vibrations or the fluctuations or transient condition of the aircraft. Okay, so thank you very much for joining the class. Hope you will retune for my next class. Thank you very much for joining this.